and welcome to another G.I. Joe Play Day and a Superdave special review. We're going to be taking a look at some of my favorites from childhood. First of all, General Hulk. Wow, finally getting General Hulk in the house. And then Low Light was also one of my favorites. He was such a cool character, kind of a whispery voice and not very loud, but sneaking around, stealthy and very intelligent. He was cool. And then this one was hard to come by, especially in this uniform, the khaki type uniform. And look at all these cool accessories. We have Doc. Doc is in the house. Carl Greer. He is so cool looking. And then I had this one as well and thought he was cool because he was in blue. This was kind of like, I guess, the G.I. Joe S.W.A.T team, and had the shield and everything. This could be an army builder, but I just got one because they're expensive, right? But this is cool. Let's go ahead and go over here to the G.I. Joe headquarters and take a look at the box. Yo, Joe! It's Superdave here with another G.I. Joe Play Day, as we said, and we're going to be looking at 4 G.I. Joe classified figures. I am so excited about General Hulk. This guy was basically in charge when I really got into G.I. Joe, and that season 2, when it started off, well, he came into play before season 2 with Arise, Serpentor Arise, but you really got to see him in action in season 2, I believe, mainly, and I just love it. Take a look at him on the side there with his goggles and everything. There's the back of the box showing off his accessories, showing off his size here. Everything's looking good. It says number 103, looking cool there. There's that QR code. So there's the box for Hulk. And then we have Low Light. He was another one that you really saw highlighted in season 2. He even came back in the revised version of G.I. Joe later on, but in a different deco. But man, this is what I remembered him with, the black or gray, toboggan and the gray outfit. There he is right there, those red goggles. He is a sniper and he's ready for action. You see his size there, number 86. And there's his QR code, just looking cool. So we're going to be taking a look at Low Light. And then this is one I was really excited to get. I did not have him. Now, they released several versions of him later on, but not in this original khaki, unless you got like the 20th anniversary. But I'm talking about that original wave of figures. But there is Doc, the way most of us remembered him, especially in the cartoon with the khaki type outfit. Now, he's got that heavy like vest. I hope that's removable because I don't remember him having that, which I know like Flint, they did him the same way. But I'm hoping I can remove that and kind of get a look at him as like that iconic Doc. They may end up doing a retro card of him without that heavy vest on, so maybe that's what the ideal is here. But he comes with a lot of cool stuff, so can't wait to look at him. And then finally, we're going to be taking a look at Shockwave. Jason Faria or Faria. They always have to mess me up with these names. But there he is, looking cool, decked out. I like his color, his blue and dark blue cameo. And like I said, this is kind of like a SWAT team type G.I. Joe figure, and would be a great army builder. But anyway, there you have Shockwave. Let's go head over here to the G.I. Joe headquarters and break open these boxes and check them out. All right, here we are in our G.I. Joe headquarters, where we're getting ready to take a look at some awesome guys in our Joe team. Let's take a look at General Clayton Abernathy, aka General Hulk, shrouded in mystery with no full name. We only know him as Low Light, the sniper. and he's looking awesome. And then we have Carl Greer, also known as the Field Medic Doc, looking really cool with all of his accessories. And then we have Jason Farah, aka Shockwave, looking decked out here as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at their accessories. General Hulk comes with this shotgun looking weapon. Not a whole lot of detail, no paint apps on there, but looking good. Then we have his helmet with goggles that we're used to seeing. Now those goggles are removable. You see the little star there at the brim. And then he also comes with another set of goggles that he can put on his face, because these have a bigger strap than these that will go around his head. And then he also comes with a weapon with a strap that looks like a pretty intimidating weapon. It's like a grenade launching type, some kind of cannon rifle gun with a strap there. He comes with a small pistol, which I don't like that pistol. I may see if I can replace that pistol with a different one that doesn't have that little piece sticking out the bottom. And it should be gold, or at the very least a light brown, like the one in the cartoon and in the toy, original toy. And then also he has another bigger pistol there on his side, which is a different style holster than what I've seen. It's the first one I've seen like that in the Joe line. It looks really quality, like a higher end looking pistol of sorts. I don't see a knife. This is, I think, the first Joe that I've seen that does not come with a knife. But General Hulk, you know, he don't need a knife. He's just bad to the bone. He doesn't need a knife, right? And then we have Low Light, and he's decked out. Now his toboggan is not removable. He's not able to remove his toboggan, but he can remove his goggles. We'll take a look at that in just a few moments. He comes with a cool looking, like, I don't know, one-handed, or it could be two hands there. It looks like kind of little automatic weapon, and you see the little clip there near his hand. That is removable, but that's looking cool. And then on the other side, guess what? He has a phone. Yes, he's got a phone or walkie-talkie type thing with buttons there, so that's awesome. We always need stuff like that. He comes with a big old backpack. General Hulk did not come with a backpack, which is unusual. He's got the little peg on the side where you'll be able to put his sniper rifle, and you may say, well, where is that sniper rifle? Well, you know where it is. It is in his sniper suitcase here. And all we have to do here is snap that open here, and you can see, I'll turn it around here, you can see that he has his sniper rifle laying in there, complete with scope, silencer or extension, plus a little tripod, dual pod there that he can clip on this awesome black sniper rifle with these cutouts in this case. They can snap right back together with a little handle. And then we have a peg hole, so that can either go on his back, or yeah, you can plug this in his back and make that where he can tote that also. That's cool. I guess technically you could plug this into his back and then plug his backpack into here, but that would kind of look weird. But we'll try it out and see. But look at all the little pouches and little pockets, and just it matches, you know, the decor of his backpack as well. So we'll take a look at that. But that's really cool. And then we have Doc. Boy, now Doc is just decked out. Check out those green shades. You remember Doc always wore green shades. And look, you can see his eyes. I believe you can see him up in there. Yep, you can see those eyes. It's very detailed, where you can actually, they're tinted green plastic, so that works cool. And this vest that he's wearing is very versatile. It has like a little flashlight pin thing there. This little pouch is removable, and they have holes in there, so you can swap out that pouch. This pouch is removable. He's got his little flare gun there. That's removable. This little pouch over here is removable, but you could stick them in whatever hole that you want. Even this little device here that he's holding has a peg on the back of that, so you could clip that on his chest instead of this if you wanted to, so you could have the cross on the front of his vest if you wanted to. Of course, you can see his helmet there that he's holding, and then he also has a pistol on that side, which is a very unique looking pistol. Nothing on this side but a pouch that without any openings or anything, so that's enclosed. He does have a peg hole on the back, so technically he can carry his awesome little stretcher. This stretcher has a peg hole so you can carry that on his back. It's hinged, so that stretcher will open up. So what does that mean? That means you could peg a character's back right in there and have two Joes carrying a wounded warrior right out of the field after he's been wounded. Isn't that awesome? That is so neat. And so yes, he is cool. We'll take a look at some of those accessories unplugged and plugged in at a different way when we look at a closer look in Articulation. Then we have Shockwave. Just take a look at him. He is so cool with the hat that is removable here. He's got that really cool shield. You can see how many cobras he's taken out by the markings on the front. Looks like there's also the ability to light this shield up. I don't know if that's glow in the dark. Let's see. We'll put it in front of our, nope, it's not glow in the dark. There's our black light there, but definitely looks cool. And it's got a handle and a clip that goes around his wrist, and he's got these gauntlets that are attached. They're removable on his wrists, and he also has some cool looking, almost like automatic hand machine guns on each side with a removable clip, so that's cool. He's got a knife. Well, actually it's one of those like hook type knives that he can use out in the field that's in his boot there, that's removable, as well as a regular style knife on his chest there. And then of course he's holding his nightstick because he's going to enforce the law, and he's going to bust in to an area like a SWAT team member, leading the charge with some of the other Joes. So they're looking awesome here. Now let's take a closer look at these dudes and Articulation. Alright, let's first of all take General Hulk over here and take a look at him. He is looking really good. Take a look at him all the way around. I'm just going to go ahead and remove this cannon grenade launching like thing here. Looks like it's got a big barrel. Anyway, I don't know, but it's cool looking. Alright, first of all, I want to just zero in on some of the details. I like this head sculpt. Just looks really good, and you can see a little touch of gray in his hair. Really nice detail, giving him a little bit of an aged look, if you can tell here. And you can see also the stars that are on the star on each of his collars on his shirt, under his flight jacket. You can see his medals and his bird there where he can fly. You can see also his American flag here, a patch. Mine has a little bit of a gap here at the bicep swivel, and I've tried to get that in, but I haven't been able to. I've mentioned already that I don't like the fact that this gun is black. It's supposed to be like a gold color, but it's cool nonetheless. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that in there and show you very quickly here in our closer look section here that he does have a star on the handle of that weapon. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of signifying he's that 1-star general. So that's definitely cool. Go ahead and put that back. Let's go ahead and look at his head articulation. He's going to be able to look up that amount. He's going to be able to look down. Wow, it's kind of limited looking down on this one. He's able to look down about that much. He's able to get some head pivot. He has the ability, that neck is very tight. It could be loosened up, but yeah, you see you can get some head pivot there, so that looks good. This shoulder strap goes underneath his shoulder and around, so that's on there really nicely. But it does have a diaphragm joint here, which we'll look at. The butterfly joints are different with this Hulk, and I've seen some other reviewers mention that, especially this right shoulder. This one works pretty good. It's got the ability to go all the way around, and just as you may have seen others mention, if you've not, I'll show you that it allows for these shoulders to go out all the way and kind of push in so that they're not locked in place. And this one was real loose. So I wedged some little putty, some of the little tacky putty up in there so you can't see it, and that has helped keep my butterfly joint from just floating around there. But he does have bicep swivel. He does have double jointed elbows, so he can get his phone, if he's on a phone, he can get that all the way up to talk to whoever. He has vertical, he's got vertical hinge on this side, and I believe he has vertical hinge. Yes, he has vertical hinge on this side as well. You can see again where that bicep swivels just a little bit gappy right there, and you can bring it together, but then it just comes right back. But he does have vertical hinge on this wrist as well. He has the diaphragm ability to crunch forward just slightly. There's not a lot. You can see where it begins to show, so it does move a little bit, and then you can see it shift back. He really doesn't bend back at all. He's only going to just basically stand up straight. And then if you incorporate the ball joint of that diaphragm, you're going to get a little bit more. And then even with the back, you can see that the elastic type thing of that leather flight jacket, he's going to be able to go back a little bit with the ability to maneuver the ball joint in the waist. Of course, he's going to rotate at the waist, and he'll rotate also at the diaphragm. So not going to get a whole lot of side-to-side motion with this guy, but overall I think it's pretty decent articulation, but you know, it's different. He's got the drop-down method here on both sides. He's going to be able to get pretty much full splits, almost there. He's going to be able to kick up a really good amount there. He's going to be able to go back a decent amount as well. He has thigh rotation, as you can see. He has double jointed knees. He has boot cut, which these are really nice looking boots with laces all the way up. The pants leg bunched up here, looking really cool. Very different look for this guy, but I think that's neat. I don't know if Sergeant Slaughter would pass his uniform though, but that's really cool. I've got one of the like the Big Bad Toy Store, one of their exclusive type. I forget what it's called. It's not Action Force. It's something else, but it's a general. It's in a general uniform, and I've ordered one of them. It won't come out till next year, but what I'm hoping I can do is take that green general dress uniform and pop the head off of that one, whatever kind of head it has, put this one on there and have a uniform for General Hawk for dress, like a dress uniform. That's my thought anyway. I did that even for my 3 1/4 back in the day, and did a custom Hawk where he could have a hat and that kind of stuff, so that might be pretty neat. But you saw he has excellent rockers as well with a peg hole in the bottom. So everything that you need there, be able to go all the way tiptoe, all the way up. So he's good when it comes to his articulation. I'll show you very quickly here with his helmet on. But you can put that right on there, and it's a good size helmet, so you can see you can have that helmet on, and it's not too tight, but it's also not too loose, but it looks really good. But it's also big enough that if you wanted to take the goggles here and put them on him, the other set like we mentioned earlier, that you can still, and I know it looks weird with the goggles on there, I don't want to really take them off, but you could even have the goggles on him with the helmet if you wanted to. You could do that. You have that option. So that's cool. I'll go ahead and slide it off there. You can see how it looks. It's looking cool. All right. Now let's look at Lowlight's articulation, because he's got a different diaphragm, so we'll take a look at him. All right, we're looking in the scope. Looking in the scope. Zoop. Oh, there he is. Just take a look at him. You can get him in an awesome laying down pose, ready to aim just like an awesome sniper infantry soldier would do, and he's ready. He's ready to take out his target. That's looking cool. We've got all the pieces on there. Got the extended silencer here. Got the scope on there. Even have, move his hand just a minute so you can see if he needed to rest that on something, he could do that if he's outside sitting on, you know, something in the woods, so he can get a steady shot off. Just really cool. and that is just so neat, looking really good. So you see how that can happen. And then too, I will show you his pointer finger goes right inside of that trigger area. He's got his hand that is just right. That little clip is removable. It's amazing how they add all those little details to these weapons with all the removable parts and stuff. And we'll go ahead and take off that just for a moment here and just take a look at this low light. Man, I just love those goggles. That toboggan, that is low light. I guess next to Beachhead and then General Hawk, this was probably my third favorite of all the Joes in the in that era for me. I reviewed Beachhead already. You can check out my review on there, but you can see you can put the sniper case, the rifle case there on his back through the hole, and then you can even plug the backpack into that, and then you still have the peg, so you could hang his rifle there to get a hold of it quickly, and then he could open this up to get the scope and the silencer and the tripod. But he's got the ability, as you can see, to really hold everything that he's got, even his little weapon here, as I said, with the little removable clip there. And these are hard to get in sometime, hit the hole, but there you go. There you go. And he could actually hold that. Then you've got his knife here with the little silver blade, as you can see there. And then he has a phone on this side. Just check that out. Let me see if I can show you the little buttons, a little screen, little communicator type device. So that's really cool. And it slides right in that little pocket that's on the side of his leg. So that's really cool. Just look at the detail here. The legs, I love that uniform. There's pockets and zippers and different things. Everything's pinless here. He has this kind of, as you can see, diaphragm, which is different than Hawk's. He's going to be able to bend forward a really good amount. This guy has really good articulation, which he's going to need to be able to, and I'm going to go ahead and remove this so you can see him bending back. He's going to be able to bend back all the way. Look at that. And it looks pretty decent as well. His arm goes all the way around. He's got different butterfly joints as well, but his really get good range. You can see that it actually comes out a lot further than what we've seen most. So it looks like they're improving the butterfly joint. I mean, I'm glad, because this guy really needs to be able to get good range to get those sniper poses in. So you can see he can bring his hands together very easily. So that's excellent. I'm glad they, gave attention to that. He's going to be able to look up all the way. Check that out. He's going to be able to look down all the way. I'll go ahead and show you what he looks like without his goggles on his eyes, because he does have a cool face. You can see his eyes look really cool, really well done. He's got a cool face there. He's got a little cut off hair in the back, almost like a mullet, cut off curls, kind of like I remember seeing him in the cartoon, with the collar up on one side and folded down, then that red highlight. The buckles are painted. Everything looks really nice. Got the 2 grenades on his jacket, just like he did. You can almost make a Stringfellow Hawk. If you had a helmet, you can make an Airwolf. I think you can make an Airwolf uniform out of this. Remove the weapons and stuff, and maybe somehow file down this and put the logo on there. Get a head sculpt that looked more like Stringfellow Hawk without the toboggan, of course, and you could make yourself a Hawk very easily. I'd love to do that, because I loved Airwolf as well. But anyway, that is Low Light. Awesome figure. Same articulation as Hawk as far as legs and everything. He's going to be able to do everything that you saw him do. He's got rockers with peg hole, goes down all the way and up all the way. So excellent articulation. Matter of fact, these two guys have the exact same articulation for the most part as Low Light, minus that really nice motion of those butterfly joints. I'll just show you that very quickly with Doc. Both our Shockwave and Doc have that more limited, older style butterfly joint that we've seen in some of the past ones, where you have it, but it doesn't have a lot of range. And one of the things that I want to show you before we go into looking at him without his vest is just show you how all of these things unplug, and you can basically put them where you want to. You have a little one, you have the one that has the flare gun on there, so you can shoot, signifying that he needs help or somebody needs help. And then on the back, you've got another smaller one there, and then even a big one here on the back. So you can put those anywhere you want to. So you want the big one on the front, so you can load that up. So you want the medic cross on his chest, you can put that. You can put that there, and then you could put, like, again, the way I had it over here, I put the flare gun over here so you could kind of get that quickly underneath his bosom there, underneath his arm rather. And then, say, I believe the small one here was, and I dropped one, was right here. But you get the point. You can put these wherever you want to, and then you can always snap the leftovers on the back here without any problem. So he can store everything. That's the key. So that's really neat. And you can see he's got the medic type insignia on that shoulder, looking cool there. He also has medic written on that sleeve over here, that shoulder. See that red belt with just the details, just looks really cool, looking awesome. Everything about this guy, and of course you see him with the helmet on, look like a pill bottle. That is a pill bottle. Got pill bottles strapped around his helmet. That's cool. I like the little chin guard that they added there, really neat. And again, the glasses, really love the glasses. All right, let me go ahead and take off his vest and show you Doc. Oh man, just take a look at there. Now, I will tell you, to get this vest off, obviously you have to remove all the little pouches, all of them, and you have to really heat it up hot. You're not going to get it to come up over his head. You're going to have to take off these two. You're going to have to work his belt off, and you have to undo the little, well, not undo them, but stretch them past the shoulders. And this is the hard part, getting them past the little rolled up sleeve there. But then once you get it past the arms, you can just slide it off down his legs. That's about the only way you're going to get it off without breaking it, unfortunately. And you've really got to heat it up hot, like I said. And I even heated up the helmet because that makes it easier to get on too. But you can see he can hold his stretcher on his back really good there. And look, you can put his flare in that holster. So if you want him to have everything that he needs for his medic gear, and of course he could always carry this if you wanted him to, like so, like almost like a bag into battle. I just think that this is Doc. This looks more like Doc to me, so that's the way I'm going to keep mine. But you can do what you like, of course. But that, I just like that. I love that look right there. You could even, if you wanted to have the other gun in this holster, you could even holster again his flare gun and even peg it in his back there like that. So either way, you've got options. You've got options with this guy. And the only thing that's different as far as his articulation is his feet. I'll show you that. See, his pants go all the way down, covering up his boot. You can still get just a slight amount. You're not going to get tiptoes by far. You can go up pretty good amount. You got the peg hole in the bottom. And he still is going to get a little bit of rocker, but it's going to be hindered by that hard plastic pant that comes down along the bottom of that, as you can see there. So, you know, that's definitely different, but everything else is pretty much the same on this guy, and he is looking good. There is Doc. Let's see his eyes through the thing there. Let's see if we can get a good picture of that. You see his eye? Yeah, you can see a little bit now. His eyes through the glass. Looking cool. Looking neat. Awesome. Awesome. You can also see too that he has a watch, a little red watch with even the hands are on there. Isn't that neat? So I really like that touch too. This guy, he's definitely one of my favorites. One, because I didn't have him back in the day. I think I did find him at like a yard sale, but he was broke. He had the piece here broke off and didn't have all of his parts. So I'm excited about actually having Doc in my collection now in this scale. All right, now let's go look at Shockwave. All right, Shockwave here has the identical articulation, pretty much as Doc, except you are going to be able to get his boot to go all the way down tiptoe, up pretty decent amount. Rocker, peg hole, no problems there. He's got a different kind of boot. He's got boot cut though. Again, remember I showed you that he has a knife down here, but this one has like the hook on the end of it, if you can see it there, like a little hook. I'm not sure what kind of knife that is, but I'm sure it is handy. Some of you military guys know what it's for. And again, he has like these machine guns on both sides, like a little automatic hand machine gun type thing with a clip that's removable, of course. And there's a holster for both of those, and they're identical. So that's cool. Again, he's got the knife here on his chest. None of these have silver blades. Wish they'd do that consistent. Look at the little bullets in his pouch up there. That's cool. And again, you can remove that. You can see that there's a handle and a arm clamp there. So that's cool. And he has these gauntlet type things, bracers that are around his wrist. You can remove his hat. There he is. Looks almost like a beachhead type look to him, but it's not identical. Almost looks more like, be honest, like it might have shared with Firefly, but I'm not sure. But anyway, there is his hat, looking cool. You can see the little puffiness of his vest there. This vest is probably removable as well if you really wanted to, but I don't. I think he looks, you know, pretty authentic like he is without removing his vest. He's got a belt floating there. Looking good. Looking really neat. Awesome. All right. And there you have it. Our 4 awesome characters that we've taken a look at here that are part of the Joe team. And so what I want to do very quickly here is just show our ranking. Hit it, Hawk.
Now, if I was in charge...
But you aren't, Beachhead. First comes Hawk, then Duke, then me, and finally you.
Yeah, well, maybe that'll change something.
Well, I should have said Flint, because Flint told Beachhead the way it was. First comes General Hawk, then comes Duke, and Flint said, then comes me, and then you, Beachhead. Beachhead didn't like that very much as a ranger, but he's a tough cookie. All these are tough guys that do a lot of field work, and there you have the dynamic quartet. I mean, they are awesome. And there we have them in row of rank as far as these 4, and I have to say, these are some of the top favorites that I had as far as the leaders. Everybody loved Duke, of course. General Hawk was probably my favorite character next to Beachhead. Beachhead was my favorite character as a kid. And then I loved Hawk. And I mean, I just loved a lot of these guys. Of course, Duke and Flint. Loved Flint, Lady J together as a couple. But they are just awesome. Thank you so much for joining us for this Superdave review. Come back and see us again. Here are some photos in the photo gallery. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you have something to say, and we'll talk with you again real soon. Be blessed.